Adam's great. Adam is fantastic. I love what Adam is doing for our league. I don't understand why it's become a problem now because I started to sit out a couple games.
No, I don't think that's necessarily the case.
Yeah, it is the case. It's absolutely the case.
Week before staff and
Come on, man. Come on, man. You guys know the real.
yeah.
Listen, Pop been doing this for 10 years, 12 years, 15 years. And everybody was like, you know what? That's the smartest thing Pop has ever done. You know, give us guys a couple games off, and here they go, 5 championships. It's the smartest thing. You know, but some of our coaches in our league don't have the stature that Pop has, and our head coach doesn't have it, so he gets killed for it.
So that was LeBron's way of telling us that the world revolves around him.
So true.
And that the fans and everybody else are only making it a big deal because he rested. Kenyon, does he have a point?
It's not just about him, man. I hate to say it. He's a great player.
What?
It's not.
It's not just about him, man.
Logically, let's look at the timeline. 5 years ago, in 2012, they fined Pop $250,000.
Right.
We knew it was a problem then, there was an issue, and they fined him. You go to a couple of weeks ago when all of a sudden the Warriors are playing your Spurs, and they sit their stars. Where's the memo? No memo. And we already know this is a 5-year-old at least problem. But then when LeBron does it, all of a sudden Penn got to hit bad, and then we got a memo.
So you don't know if the memo is in writing already? You don't know that.
Because it was 2 weekends in a row of that. I think that finally the second weekend was like, enough.
And it's not about the who, it's the when. Remember, those were nationally televised games.
Exactly.
How come you didn't do it after the first one then?
Look,
Here's the thing.
Yeah, but the first one was money, and why didn't you write the memo then?
Here's the thing.
Coincidence?
No, but I think it took a week of all of the television and radio shows in the country talking about it.
And it only took a day for LeBron to do it, and they say, you know what, sit down.
I do believe that there is more scrutiny for LeBron, and this is why. Because he's constantly being compared to Jordan, the criticism is Jordan never rested. You want to be king, this is part of being king.
Jordan did rest.
No. Jordan did rest, but the narrative when you compare LeBron James is you trying to be Jordan? Well, Jordan never rested like this.
If he is going to sit out, just do it at home. You know what I'm saying? That's my only thing.
Yeah, I give you that.
Absolutely.
If everything's about him, just sit out at home.
Right, but he's not addressing that part of the story.
He's not. He's just
He's just saying, why does this all of a sudden hit panic button status? It's a coincidence that I do it.
Can I also say something? Look,
true fans that have had a problem with it. Let's get it.
Yeah, right. No memos.
And the other thing is, look, you know how I sometimes feel about LeBron, but I've also been in the line of thinking that he does deserve a break because he does play more minutes than anyone else. So when he said this, I was like, you just ruined it. Like, I thought he had a point to take a couple games off here and there, and then you turned it into all about you time.
He also did that tongue-in-cheek, too. There was a half smirk on his face the entire time. He really wasn't going like, oh, this is really about me. I think he was kind of smirking like a wink-wink to the media.
He said he's not going to do it, but he's still engaged with the conversation. I'm not going to get into that with you guys, but
however,
come on, let's be honest.
And Jordan retiring and coming back, I mean, we're not going to call that a break, but that really is a break. That breaks up the wear and tear. That breaks up your wear and tear.
That was a serious break.
He didn't go sit down.
Play baseball, did you say?
He bought a bus for some people.
Baseball is the closest thing to sitting down.
Yes, everyone's going to be asked about it, but Steve Kerr specifically yesterday about shortening the season as maybe being a fix. Take a listen.
Even just going down to 75 games. I think that would make a dramatic difference in the schedule. Now, I don't see that happening because there's money at stake for everybody.
Money. But shortening it, just a few games on that one.
It's not going to change anything, man. If they shorten to 75 games, guys are going to continue to sit out. It's not going to change, and they're just playing less games. And guys go sit out then, too, because they say, then it's going to be 75 games too much.
Well, you know what?
Like, it's a never-ending cycle. So guys been playing 82 games. Hey, guys been playing 82 games for how long?
Right, but
so now all of a sudden, these babies they bring into the NBA need to be pacified.
Here we go. Okay, you ready? Well, see, you're not respecting the collision course that the science has now caught up to the actual.
You don't even believe in dinosaurs.
That's not science.
You said the world is flat.
I'm talking real science. I'm not talking about what y'all talking about.
You said the world is flat.
Real science. So here's the thing. So when you talk about this collision course, all of a sudden there are people who are hired who just manage the schedule and the wear and tear on your body, the physiology of the sport, and say you are not supposed to do X.
Are you really
the only way
telling
to address
him this?
Yeah, because he did it the wrong way. 82 games plus. Now these guys are learning from the science that you're supposed to do it in a
guys that
different
ain't
way.
never played the sport.
But they have studied the sport.
They ain't never played the sport.
They realize what the tread is on you.
So they can put a chip on you and tell you how hard you working?
Yeah, heart rate.
No.
Yes.
No,
it's called heart rate.
What if you're in good shape?
Yes.
If I'm in better shape than you,
Right.
Well,
we all have different
if I'm
advanced
in
heart
better
rate.
shape than somebody else is out there, my chip not gonna read like yours.
But when you go to a
But your max heart rate is different than mine.
But when you go to a doctor, though, there's a box right there that says, "Are you active? Are you relatively
We're not talking
active?"
about the doctor.
People don't know what
We're not talking about the doctor. We're talking about professional athletes.
We're talking about the doctor because the doctors are the one who did the science and came up with the numbers to begin with.
And it's bogus.
It's bogus. Kenyon,
Don't-
you don't have to run uphill
listen,
both ways anymore.
I agree
There's
with-
a way to get
I
you up
agree
there
with you,
efficiently.
Kenyon.
No,
I
I'm
agree
not
with you,
buying it.
Kenyon, that the fact that I don't think it's going to change because it really isn't the number of games as much as when the games are scheduled. Part of the biggest problem
It's a
with
scheduling
the
issue.
Cleveland Cavaliers schedule was that they played 5 games in 7 days,
I did
2
it-
of
I did
which
it
went
numerous
cross-country this way.
I
So
don't
it's like,
care.
why in March are you playing 5 games in 7
They
days?
play 17 games in a month. I don't care.
all right, moving on.